This program is part of the Cosmic Potato Podcast Network. For more shows like this, visit our website at cosmicpotato.com.
Watching television, watching television. Watching television, watching television. I need all the image, I need all the sound. I know the info right into my mind.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Trial by Pilot. This is the show where we judge an entire series of television and the work of hundreds on one episode. I'm Bill Lynch.
I'm Elizabeth Lynch.
And I'm Casey Lynch.
What's up?
Hi, guys.
Hi. Hey, everybody.
Now,
How are you doing this week?
I have a question.
Sure.
You know how fans of podcasts have a name?
Yeah,
What are our fans? What are our listeners?
the executioners.
The execution.
Because after the Trial by Pilot,
How about
we
the
give a
TPs?
thumbs up or a thumbs down to TPs. The Trial Piloters?
Sully.
The jurors.
The rural jurors.
The rural jurors. What's up, jurors?
Oh, no.
What podcasts have clever fandom names?
Well, in My Favorite Murder, they're called Murderinos.
Bit of a stretch.
I mean, it's working for them.
I don't think that's what it is.
For
Oh, yeah, I know of a
Forever
couple.
35, it's a little bit of a joke, but they're self-carrigans. But one time someone mistook it, and now they're also called self-cardigans. So a lot of times on the Facebook page, you'll call each other cardigans.
So what did we watch this week, Billy?
And then also there's another one, and Glowing Up, they're called Glomies.
Glowies.
Glomies.
Nadpoles for Not Another Unity podcast.
What else?
That one seems to be the only one that makes sense.
Oh, okay, because it's
No.
your podcast.
Yeah.
It is our
Does
podcast.
Like Comedy Bang Bang have one, or I don't think so.
No, I don't think they do.
Yeah,
I
just
know
Nadpod.
there are a bunch that have them.
All right, now that that important discussion is over, I do have an announcement, and we're gonna have to keep it nice and calm because our toddler son just went to bed. But this past week, Trial by Pilot hit 10,000 downloads.
Oh,
What?
shit.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet.
That's the sponsor number, right? Now
Per
sponsors
episode.
start calling us?
Yeah. I have a bunch of voicemails I have to check.
Wow,
So, yeah,
good
pretty-
job,
pretty
guys.
exciting. Thank you to the listeners
Wait.
for.
Yeah.
10,000 downloads, like, total?
No, in the last week.
In the last week?
No.
Oh,
God damn it, Liz.
okay, but still, that's 10,000. We don't know that many people.
No.
We don't even know that many people multiplied by how many episodes we've had. So that means people we don't know listen to it.
Yeah. I only know 8 people.
You know more people than all of us.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. But most of them do not listen to the show.
I think
Thanks a lot, jerks.
I think I know a lot of people. How well do I have to know someone to consider me knowing them? I've
Like-
met people before. Does that count? I'm sure I've met 10,000
Yeah,
people.
what's the difference between knowing someone and just meeting them?
Semantics, I'm sure.
Yeah, basically.
All right, so
I don't
yeah.
know their last name.
I don't know like half the last names of kids I graduated high school with. And there was only like 100 kids in my class.
Yeah. All right.
My friend actually just hung out with another friend
Yeah.
from our grade. And he's like, oh, I hung out with this kid. I'm like, who's that? He was like, oh, he was in our grade from like middle school. I was like, oh, cool.
That's so funny because I feel like I just remember names and people, and I remember everyone in my class. I remember what they looked like. Almost everybody. People in grades above me and below me. Like, I
Yeah.
felt like I made it my business to know who people were just from, like, people watching. Because I wasn't, like, popular or tried to be, like, everybody's friend.
Yeah.
But, like, I know who they are.
Did you win everybody's pal?
I did win everybody's back.
Well, then
What
shut
the
up.
fuck are you talking about? You were trying hard.
They didn't.
You got the award to prove it. Yeah, I can do faces, but names I'm just not good with. So I would say I know everyone from my graduating class just by name. All right, so congrats.
All right.
I forgot we were still keeping track of that.
We roll.
We gave up. We don't really care. We just like to sit here and
All right.
Talking
I
to
guess
these
we'll
mics.
continue doing the show.
yeah.
And tonight we're talking about His Dark Materials on HBO, a new fantasy series heavily marketed with Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yes.
Even though he wasn't in the pilot.
Yeah, I saw that, and then I saw like some other clips, and I'm like, he's not in what?
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
thinking of a different show? But,
Yeah, he's in a bunch of
He's
clips, and he was in
eventually.
like the previews for the coming weeks. But it's just one of those things where he probably
He's like the biggest. Would you say he's the biggest name?
James
No.
McAvoy's pretty big, a pretty big name.
Yeah. But he's probably more like with
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Hamilton fame
Wait a
and
minute.
stuff.
Yeah.
More like right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. No, he's
Yeah,
in James
I'd
McAvoy.
probably disagree.
I mean, McAvoy's a pretty big actor.
What else has he been in?
He's been in all of the X-Men movies recently. He was in some other series.
I think I was calling him Ewan McGregor before. When I was
They
thinking.
do kind of have like a similar,
similar vibe.
feel. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in a ton of stuff. He's very famous.
Hold on,
I would say just people who know them both. It would be James McAvoy, like way above Lin-Manuel.
Yeah, McAvoy was in like the Split
But I
and
know them
Glass
both.
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't say that.
you do know them both.
But
But it's like-
anyway, I mean, we can
like-
argue about
like
this.
Lin had Hamilton, and that was kind of it,
That was kind of it.
pretty much. And then he was in an episode of Drunk History.
Lin-Manuel Miranda had In the Heights.
Oh, okay.
He
Wow.
wrote that.
I did love that.
Yeah.
Anyway, this show also the main protagonist of the show is played by Daphne Keane, who was in Logan.
Mm-hmm.
She
That
was
was the
fantastic.
little
Yeah,
girl?
she was
Yeah.
great.
Logan is.
It is the Wolverine.
You're right. We should trust
superhero
your
movie,
opinion on pop culture.
but
Listen, this should not come as a surprise to you that I'm obviously going to know the actor who wrote Broadway musicals over the actor who was in all the X-Men movies.
I agree.
That I'm going to think that the Broadway writer is more popular than the X-Men.
so
Anyway,
No, let's keep talking about this.
this show is based on the Golden Compass, which was part of that trilogy by Philip Pullman. Neither of you guys ever read any of those?
No.
no.
I
What
never did
else is
either.
in the trilogy?
I don't know.
The Golden Compass. Actually, I think it is like the Golden Compass, like Northern Circle or something.
It is. Yeah, the title's
Is
not
it?
even just the Golden
Okay, yeah.
Compass, but that's the most famous one.
Oh, that's the first
Oh,
one.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
And like I
read
said
those.
before, I was mixing this up with Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh yeah, which James McAvoy was in the movie.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, really?
So we start by getting like a little backstory about this world. Human souls are represented by talking animals called demons.
Yeah.
But the cool way, Daemons.
Where you're like Daemons?
I was calling them Damons, yeah.
Daemons. And the world is ruled by the Magisterium. But there's also this group of witches in the north that are telling of this prophecy of this girl who's going to like change the entire world somehow. I guess the animal companions are the souls of like other people that have died or something.
I thought it was like your soul.
That's what I thought
like
at
your
first.
souls are kind of like split, and it's like the soul is the animal, and you're like
Okay.
a different.
Because that's kind of what I thought, but then all of the animals talk and they have voices that are not only different, but sometimes differently sexed than the people that they're walking around
I
with.
was kind of thinking like, oh, maybe it's like the animal, the daemon or whatever, is like a certain aspect of your personality, and the human form is a different, or they kind of, there's some balance there.
Yeah.
It could be just like when you're born, a spirit attaches itself to you as well as your own.
Right.
But that would kind of go into like that weird like Scientology thing, like there's now too many souls, like same thing with like reincarnation, like there's too
Is
many.
that part of Scientology? They think there are too many souls?
No. But like the thing about like reincarnation, like you're reincarnated, then there's not going to be enough bodies for all the souls. Or
Oh, if you're
versa.
reincarnated as a person?
Yeah. So
Anywho.
it gets too sloppy that way.
So we start with Azrael, played by James McAvoy. He's bringing this baby girl through this like flooded area of Oxford, and he knocks on this door that's like half submerged in water.
Yeah, they said there's like a great flood.
Yeah. And he tells the master of Jordan College, which is where he is, he needs to take this girl and keep her safe no matter what, do whatever he needs to do, use Scholastic Sanctuary, which comes up again later. And then we go to 12 years later, and Lyra, played by Daphne Keane, and her friend Roger are running around with their demons through the college. And I don't know, the demons were cool. They're not only like talking animals that hang out, but they change forms.
Yeah, that would confuse me at first, and then
What did they change into?
Lyra's thing was a little weasel, like a white
Martin
weasel, a Martin.
Or his was Martin.
But then would
I wrote down ferret. That was not a ferret.
It's a mustelid.
They
It's
both
pretty much
kind
the
of
same
had
thing.
like ferrets.
Yeah.
Oh,
And at
okay.
some points they were kind of like standing like with the other one. So I'm like, all right, whose is which?
Oh,
Because then
okay.
hers would change into like a slightly larger mustelid that was brown with white.
And it like flew at some points too.
Yeah, and
You-
it turned into a bird.
If you like watch it like after I like realized what was happening, you see like they keep changing like as they're running and jumping and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's not until you're like an adult that it settles into its like final form, like whatever it's gonna be forever.
Oh, I wrote down Ermine. Oh, I think I was just guessing though.
That's
yeah.
fine. One of theirs was a Martin.
Yeah. So, and you just said they'll settle into their final form at some point.
when they finally reach adulthood.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that's what was happening.
Yeah. And then we see Azrael again, and he is somewhere in the north taking photographs, like way up on this mountain, this snowy mountain peak.
Yeah.
His demon is a leopard.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, snow leopard, which is
Yeah.
arguably the best one.
And he tells.
Yeah, because that tail is so cool.
Yeah.
Also, it was very appropriate because then he starts going down the mountain, and the leopard's just like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna like hop down here onto
like
this cliff."
yeah, no problem. I can do this.
And he tells somebody else that's up there researching with him that he needs to convince them of what's going on with the magisterium and whatever he's seeing. And then he grabs this like big chunk of ice and puts it in a bag to bring back. Mm-hmm. And so he shows up at Jordan College.
That's not what I thought it was when he like opened up the cooler and he like put it into like box. I'm like, I thought he took out like a big bag of mussels. Like it looked like a mesh bag full of mussels.
Oh, like seafood mussels?
And that he was taking it out of the freezer and like putting it into like something like to cook them.
Yeah.
And then when he
That's
got
funny.
to the school, he like pulls it out later. And I was like, what the fuck did he bring the mussels with him for? And I realized
Hope you guys got a big pot because I'm on dinner duty.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was ice either. I thought it was like some asteroid, magical bullshit, whatever.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what it was at first. So he shows up to Jordan College, and Lyra finds out that he's there. So she sneaks out of her class to go meet him, and she's like running along on the rooftops.
Yeah.
And goes to the room where he's being taken. But as she's waiting outside the window, she sees the master of the college sprinkle something into this wine decanter. And then Azrael's offered the wine by the butler, who then leaves. And just as he's about to drink it, Lyra runs into the room and smacks it out of his hand. And tells him what she saw, that the master sprinkled something and tried to kill him.
Which is great, though, because, like, she knocks it out of his hand, and, he's, like, this big explorer, like, famous guy. And so he just immediately, like, twists her arm and, like, slams her against the table. He's like, what are you doing? I should break your arm for that. She's like, it was poisoned. So he, like, smashes it on the ground, and she's like, you were probably just poisoned, and you destroyed the evidence? He's like, yeah, I was probably just poisoned, and then I destroyed the evidence. I like this character.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah.
He tells her to spy on the master and make a note whenever he talks about dust.
Yeah.
and the master's played by Clark Peters, who was in The Wire.
Yes.
Yeah, he was in something else, too. I forget what.
I can look that up.
Have you seen The Wire?
No. I've never seen The Wire. I heard it's one of those shows you have to get through some of it. No thanks.
The
No.
second season
It's been like 15 fucking
is a
years.
slog.
There are low points of the second season.
Yeah.
A lot of people like it though. It's very
I
divisive.
know. My sister said she actually liked that
I have
season.
heard
that.
Yeah. Maggie did.
Yeah. I mean, she's wrong, but some people like it. So the master comes in at that point, and he and Azrael exchange this like knowing glance, like fuck, like they both know what's going on. So Azrael's presenting his photographs to like all of like the college higher ups. The master is there, the librarian is there, who was teaching Lyra, and Lyra is watching from
He was
like,
somebody else, too, right?
he looks very familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in stuff. And Lyra's watching from like behind.
There's
a
only so many
bookcase.
British people.
And he shows photos of this dust all around an adult. It's an adult and a child in this photograph, and the adult has like some kind of like glowing ethereal
Yeah.
stuff above his head.
It's like sexy dandruff.
And so he says, this photo is proof that what the magisterium has predicted is true, that dust only attaches itself to adults and not
Yeah,
children.
it's not really attracted to kids, just adults.
But that's not all. He shows a photo of the Northern Lights, and then I forget what the process was that he was using to change the photographs.
Yeah, it was like some sort of different, like, not filter, but like whatever they reflected the light off of.
Yeah. And the second photo, the northern lights turn into this floating city in the sky. And it's like some other dimension or reality that he's discovered. And so he needs funding that he's asking the college for. And he like goes on like a little thing, like, we can't let the magisterium silence us like they did to this other guy who was researching up north. And then he pulls out the ice block, and it's some guy's severed head that he found in the ice up there that was killed by the magisterium.
It was like,
or so he thinks.
His expedition like up there a while ago. Which
So,
is why
so
James
not
McAvoy.
muscles.
It
No,
was
it
not
wasn't muscles.
What is dust? Do they explain what it is? Did I miss it?
No,
we haven't.
no.
Okay. I don't know if I missed it or not.
Yeah, that's the big question. What the hell is dust?
And like the big like thing is like, this is kind of like a religious society, and so like the head of the church, all essentially is like, this is heresy, and so that's why the school doesn't want to do that.
Right.
That's
right.
kind of where the big conflict comes in, is like, no, this is not okay to like even mention, like this could get us killed. And he's like, no, it's Scholastic Sanctuary or whatever. And they're like, well, even this is pushing it.
Yeah. We're introduced to a new character, Tony, who's at a ceremony to announce his manhood, his like coming of age, and the settling of his demon into a hawk.
Yeah.
So this is one of the animals that is like settled. It's always going to be a hawk now.
Yeah.
And it's a community called the Egyptians.
Was it the Egyptians or just Gyptians?
I thought it was Egyptians.
Was it? I couldn't tell. I was like, are they saying Egyptians or are they close to saying Egyptians?
I thought at first they said Egyptians, because I wrote that down. But then later on, every time they said it, I'm pretty sure they said Egyptian.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it was like,
Interesting.
I don't
Yeah, I'm
know
not sure.
what that was.
And they're kind of like lower class, at least, than the people that were hanging around
Yeah,
the
they seem
library.
kind of like
more like commoners,
like
less
gypsies.
wealthy. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they like lived on boats in the canals.
Yeah.
And so they're at this ceremony, and Tony's little brother leaves and is walking around outside when this nefarious looking fox shows up with like glowing eyes, followed by presumably the companion of this fox, and abducts the kid. Now back at Jordan College, the master and the librarian are discussing Azrael knowing about dust, and then they talk about Lyra's destiny. And the master says, we have to let her leave the college, and there's going to be a betrayal. And the librarian is like really attached to her, so he doesn't want her to leave. But he's like, the betrayal is going to be her. She's going to betray someone.
Someone's not going to betray her. She's going to betray someone else.
Now, how does he know that?
Because he has looked at the
Lytherium.
alethiometer.
Damn it. I figured if I guessed and got really close, it would seem cool.
Oh, so that...
The Golden Compass.
Golden compass.
Oh.
Jesus
The
Christ.
titular golden compass.
I can't believe I just realized that.
Yeah, I did too. So the
guess-
what is it called? The Alethiometer?
Alethiometer.
I guess to be fair, I thought this was Chronicles of Narnia, so I could be forgiven for that one.
That's what he used to find out. Like,
That's what I'm guessing, because when he gives it to her, he says, "This will tell you the truth."
okay.
So I'm guessing he's using it to somehow know all this stuff.
But he won't tell her how to use it. He says you have to figure that out for yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
So Azrael leaves the next day on an airship, but he refuses to take Lyra, so that's not how she's getting out of here.
I do love her friend. Oh, I love her friend, but I love how he goes. He says something, and he's like, and she's special. And James McAvoy goes, everyone's special.
oh yeah.
I thought that was great.
As he's
She's
taking
better
off.
than you think she is. She's special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're all
everyone's special.
Everyone's special.
So we're back at the Egyptian community, and two older guys show up, and kind of like the village elders, and they say that kids are vanishing all over the place. Like, so at this point, like 6 of them have already been abducted from Egyptian communities, and they think it's the gobblers.
Yeah.
Which we hear a couple times. It's kind of like this nebulous thing we never really find out in the pilot.
This is what also made me think it was Egyptians and not Egyptians, because I'm like, oh, that sounds like goblins.
Yo.
Are they picking things that are kind of close?
Oh, I thought they were saying goblins too for a second.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh no, he's saying gobblers.
Like gobblers?
Which I'm not a fan of as a name.
That's the name of a Wawa turkey sandwich. It doesn't
Gobbler. Oh no, not the gobblers.
Have you ever had it?
No, I don't like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like that sandwich the day after Thanksgiving with real leftovers, but I don't want it.
I don't want it at
Wawa.
Wawa.
Wawa. Don't want Wawa turkey.
And don't get me wrong, because I love Wawa sandwiches, but I don't want like their stuffing and gravy in.
A lot of people say that. I never thought they were that great.
Yeah.
Oh, I really, really like them. I love their bread.
Good pretzels. I'll give them that.
They do have good pretzels.
great.
This week's
pretzels.
episode is sponsored by Wawa.
Do you have the stuffed? Do you ever get the stuffed pretzels, or you just get the soft pretzels?
I'm a
at
classic
the-
man.
There's stuff
Yeah.
with cheese,
Yeah.
different kinds of cheese.
I only like a nice warm cheese or a melted cheese.
So the Egyptians...
Like I won't eat combos. Go ahead,
Oh,
Billy.
you won't? I'll eat a combo.
No combos for me, please.
No, you won't eat a combo.
I'll eat a combo bag and a half. Is what I meant to say.
So the Egyptian guys say that they think the gobblers are taking the kids to London, so that's where they're going.
Mm, easier to hide them.
You're going to London. It's from Kroll Show.
Oh, okay.
You ever watch Kroll
show
Show?
us your songs.
I've seen most of it.
Kroll
I'm sure.
Show's fucking great.
There's a lot of TV, all right? We prove that every week.
Yeah, true.
I bet I watched 3 new shows since the last time we recorded that you haven't heard of. Except for Zomboat, which I always tell you about. Everybody go watch Zomboat. It's actually really funny if you can find it.
We'll watch it eventually. We meet 2 men at the Magisterium headquarters, I guess, and they know about Azrael's research. They have an inside man at Jordan College,
Yeah.
and they're going to follow him and try to find out what he knows. And one of the guys was being called Father, as like one of the patriarchs of this religion. Now we are introduced to Mrs. Couture, Coulter, Mrs. Coulter, kind of like a woman.
Okay, whatever you say.
It's one of those two, maybe.
You're the one that's arguing with yourself.
Coulter? No, Couture, idiot.
Kind of like a woman explorer.
Yeah.
And she offers to take Lyra to London and then to the north as her assistant, which is where Lyra wants to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which immediately I was like, that is very suspicious. Like,
Yeah, it felt like quick to ask this 12-year-old, like, do you want to come with me to the frozen, Arctic?
yeah.
Well, she was so taken with her, like, because she's like this female scholar, and
I think it's also that...
she just seems really smart and interesting to her, and then and interested in her.
Right.
Yeah.
Because right before that, her uncle literally says to her, "I don't have time for you right now.
Yeah.
I have no time for you right
I mean,
now."
he is busy.
Right, but
I
like,
kind of
this
liked his
woman
sort of
took
distance.
an interest.
He had like
Yeah.
a very understandable distance where it wasn't like, this guy's an asshole. It's like,
Yeah.
he's a busy man.
Yeah.
But I think also the master kind of told Miss...
Coulter?
Yeah, whatever. I was going to say Miss Marple.
Miss Marple.
No. He told Miss Coulter, like, to take Lyra with him. I
Yeah.
think there was something mentioned about that where
Yeah.
it was his idea because he knows she's the real deal.
She also agrees to allow Roger, her orphan friend, to come along. Lyra's orphan
That
friend.
felt more weird. Like, all right, just bring that other kid.
Yeah. But we see him cleaning upstairs in the college, and as he like walks between these 2 rooms, in the background in the hallway we see a fox pass through the hall. So obviously it's implied that he's getting abducted as well.
Yeah.
And then confirmed when Lyra starts looking for him the next morning and can't find him anywhere.
Yep.
This is where she is given the alethiometer by the master. It's one of 6 in existence. And he really stresses not to tell anybody about it. Be very secretive.
Yeah,
Don't let the magisterium
It's
know you
illegal
have
for
it.
her to have it.
Yeah. But it will tell you the truth.
Yep. Once you figure it out.
Yeah. And it's the thing that told him her destiny.
Yep.
So Mrs. Coulter promises her that they'll find the gobblers and save Roger in London. And so she gets on an airship. Lyra joins her. And as they're like sitting down to talk, Lyra, pushes, puts her hand in her pocket and like pushes the alethiometer like a little bit further down. And Coulter's demon, this monkey, is like watching her intently.
Yeah,
as
he's
Yeah.
kind of got a little shitty look on his face.
And so Lyra watches out the window of the ship as the Egyptian boats start heading downriver toward London. And then the final scene, we see Roger in a cage somewhere being taken.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was like in one of those boats. Was
I don't think so.
mistaken?
Yeah, I think I thought that too, but then I figured he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But no, I don't know. I can't picture the transition between the boats and his cage.
yeah, I can't
Yeah.
either, but I don't remember thinking that.
Okay.
I think it was a separate thing. And that was the pilot to His Dark Materials. Been seeing advertisements for this one for a very long time.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I thought it was cool that it ended going down a river to London the same way that Zomboat is. They're going down a river to London or canal. But yeah, so yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
I wonder, are they in the
I
same
have
world?
to agree.
I think so.
His Dark
Actually,
Materials and Zombo?
The same.
the canonical the
That's
Zomboat
what dust is? That's what they call zombies in this?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I really liked this show. It like looked very beautiful. I thought all the acting was great. I had no problems with the dialogue. And yeah, I always like a nice, unique fantasy world. And I haven't seen The Golden Compass, but this seemed like better than the movies and books. I was gonna say just the movies. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's books. Don't sound stupid.
Yeah, particularly the world building I thought was really cool. I'm not super into like steampunk steamships and stuff like that.
Sure.
So I saw that because some fantasy worlds are like so kind of they overdo that kind of thing.
Just like stick as much weird shit as you can.
Yeah. But I didn't feel like that with this one. Just like the different communities they were building and the different religions, you like get a sense of the world. But there's so much depth beyond what we saw. I agree. The acting was awesome. I thought all the leads were great, and yeah, I thought they set up a lot of intriguing stuff.
Yeah, like I can see this show going on for like a long ass time with like all the like threads they started to just give us a little glimpse of.
Yeah, and it's like an entire world that they can
just
expand upon.
Yeah.
And, you know, it had like a nice hint of strangeness to it. Like we don't know what the fucking gobblers are yet. Yeah, I want to figure out now, what are the demons exactly? Like, are they the person's soul or whatever? We talked about that before. The parallel universes thing. Actually, I think the focus of the book series is on these parallel universes and them either traveling between them or figuring out what's going on with them.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Elizabeth, what did you think?
I liked it. I agree that it was really nice to look at. I thought it was just the scenes were all really beautiful. It was an interesting show. I didn't feel like it was stupid. And I think, like you said before, some fantasy is like just tries to be too weird. Like, what was the one that we watched recently that I just like couldn't get into?
Did I like it?
I don't think so.
Carnival Row?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't on that episode. I did like that show, but I could see like it's just everything crammed into a little fucking pot that you're like, oh okay, fantasy. I mean,
this felt like a whole full new world that like you were like excited to see what was gonna happen. Like, and I would not compare this to Game of Thrones. It's not the same thing, but in the same way that there's like just a lot more to learn.
Yeah.
And so I liked it. I thought it was a good show. I don't know if I necessarily would keep watching it just because it's... I hate to say this because we do a podcast where we watch TV, but it's like, there's just too much to watch.
Yeah.
I feel like I say that a lot, but so I just don't know if this is one of the things I'm going to keep on watching, but I did really like it.
Yeah.
And I think that in the preview for like the rest of the show, I'm really intrigued by that. Like Miss Coulter, is that her name?
Yeah.
She just seems like I like didn't trust her when I first saw her.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, like maybe you can't trust her.
She's got like that. I don't trust her 100%, but I also don't distrust her 100%. Like she's gonna do some sneaky shit, but she's gonna be partly good at least. Like she's got that fun.
Who the hell knows?
Mystery.
I'm sure we're going to be introduced to like different factions and like who is she working for? Is it good, bad, gray?
Yeah. All the good characters in the show seem like very like in the middle of the road. Like maybe they're doing some things they're not supposed to. Maybe they would do things that they're not supposed to if they have to. Like other than trying to kill James McAvoy, like the Master seemed like a good guy. He's even like trying to help Lyra. He just tries to kill James McAvoy because he's doing this thing. And like the Master's demon is like, I mean, sorry, but you gotta kill him, basically. The crow.
The crow.
Yeah, it's like, you gotta do it. He's like, I know, but I don't want to. So yeah, I like the in-between.
Yeah, so are the demons like also... It's just weird that they have like their own personalities and thoughts and motivations.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought that it was someone else's soul.
I couldn't tell.
But I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah.
I don't remember if they explained anything like that.
I would agree with that it does seem like someone else's soul, except I do think they said something like in the opening text, like it's their soul.
Yeah.
It might have just been in replace of a soul though.
Yeah.
So they don't have, like humans don't have a soul, but they have these demons.
Yeah.
They're demons
To look it up. Yeah,
See?
it's getting really fucking annoying how much TV there is.
Oh yeah, a lot of TV.
I mean, we do this on the recaps. Go talk about what we actually watched. Like, we wanted to watch Undone, which you probably don't even remember what that is anymore.
No, I don't. What is that one?
It was the cartoon on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I
The
watched it.
rotoscoped cartoon. Did you watch it? Mm-hmm. The whole thing?
Oh yeah.
Was it good?
Maybe.
Damn.
No, it was good.
We finally ended up finishing Unbelievable on Netflix, which took us a long time. Yeah, there's just so much stuff.
Yeah.
I
And now like second seasons of shit are out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Castle Rock. I know you guys didn't finish Castle Rock, but
We
season
never
2 of
even
that's
finished
out.
Castle Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we never
like
even
that-
watched the second episode of Castle Rock.
No, didn't we?
No.
I think you guys watched a little bit.
We didn't finish the second season of The Terror.
Yeah, that I still have a few episodes left. Like,
Oh,
Jesus.
gosh.
Now that we're like invested in like every new show that's out, I'm like, well, I gotta
Yeah.
watch every fucking show again. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna miss season 2.
Have you continued with Watchmen?
I haven't, but I'm going to.
Yeah, I watched just the second episode, so I have a couple
Yeah.
more.
Actually, I tried today, but my internet was kind of screwy.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe we need another drama. Do we have any dramas going on right now?
No.
Yeah, we're watching Good Place and some sitcoms, but
Yeah.
no dramas.
We don't, but like, we honestly, I feel like between watching shows to record for this podcast and then keeping up with like the little bit that we can actually keep up with during the week, like, I don't know how we used to watch so much TV. We didn't used to have to watch shows to record a podcast.
Yeah.
And like, also, we'd have such a finite amount of time to
also-
watch it.
It's so much easier to just like sit down and put on the TV. Because then, say you start 15 minutes into an episode, who cares? You can watch a couple.
Yeah. Mhm.
To be like, all right, we're going to sit down and watch this show. It's going to take us an hour.
Right.
You're not just sitting down for an hour. You have to like plan it out.
Yeah.
Not that difficult, but
Yeah,
it's
we're
much
like-
harder when you're like, we have 4 shows we have to watch each week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's much harder than like, let's just watch 4 episodes of Seinfeld in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, we used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to try to watch this.
Yeah.
I don't...
When are you gonna do it? But this and Watchmen, like, what are you gonna watch first?
Oh yeah, what would you pick?
Well, it's on HBO, and they're both still relatively new, so they're not all out yet. So it's not like I need to binge 20 hours of television.
That's true.
So I can go back and forth between them.
But what would you pick?
I think Watchmen.
Yeah. Okay.
So you know what my pick's gonna be?
This one.
No,
You pick Watchmen.
another
too?
drama that we didn't record yet.
Next week's up.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was gonna
forgot
say.
about that.
Yeah. You said drama. I'm like,
Oh, boy. Yeah, but I'm home. I'm off of work all next week, and Elizabeth is in Vegas for a work trip. So
Yeah.
I'll just watch a buttload of TV.
I might watch a buttload of TV while I'm there too, and
there you
like
go.
not go out and just like watch,
Cool.
catch up on shows.
Cool, dude.
Yeah, everyone out there, make sure you get married as soon as possible. We're gonna go on separate vacations and just watch the same TV shows. You fucking
Well, we have to
nerds.
talk about them on our text messages. Any other thoughts on his Dark Materials?
Oh, not really. I think I made it clear I really like this show.
Yeah, I'll just reiterate what you both said, that visually it looked really good. And I liked that it wasn't fucking Carnival Row that was like so
Yeah.
dark. It had that stupid filter on.
Yeah.
The sky can't be gray all the time, guys.
I mean, it is in London. So.
Well, yeah.
You just got so pissed. I wish the audience the listeners could see your face when you said that.
No, yeah, it looked realistic. Like even on the worst day, the sun will still rise.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it looked real.
I'm writing
Like,
a book
the
of
colors
poetry.
were real.
it was
When
beautiful.
they were
Casey.
outdoor, indoor, it looked real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't always.
And it was
in-
fun. I liked it because it was lighthearted. I don't know if it has something to do with the fact that the main character is a child. And so there was something like light about it.
Yeah. She's like running around
Yeah.
playing with her friend even when
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
yeah. I mean, I think that is gone. Like that type of lighthearted.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Now that you say
But
that.
I like the way they set it up like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
sure.
can
You know.
see her like occasionally just like having fun as a kid on an adventure and then being like, oh fuck, things are real right now, and then being like, oh look at the pretty northern lights.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not betting on it. I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, I'm definitely intrigued, and I would like to continue watching. We'll see what happens. What about you, Casey?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like if we recorded this already, I would have watched the second episode. Like this is next for me to watch.
And Elizabeth, you're not sure?
I'm not sure. I'm going to say probably not. I probably won't watch it.
Okay.
Only because it's not because I don't want to. It's because I think I want to watch another show more.
Yeah.
And I just don't think I have enough time to watch both.
Yeah.
That's all.
All right. Do you guys recommend his Dark Materials?
Yeah, I do.
Yep, me too.
Yeah. I would obviously if you like fantasy, try it. And even if you're like not sure about fantasy, if for some reason you didn't see Game of Thrones, I'm only using it as an example because it's like the other big fantasy thing, you know, one of the few. So if you haven't like really caught any fantasy you like, give this one a try.
Yeah.
It's not super different yet, but I could see there being a lot of like really interesting takes on the fantasy genre.
Yeah.
So yeah, give it a try if you want.
I feel like it'll be unique within that genre.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there will be. There's other shows that are like parallel universe, etc.
Yeah, yeah.
But not really in the fantasy world.
Yeah, what is dust?
Yeah.
What are the gobblers? Oh, gosh. All right. Do we think his Dark Materials will get a second season?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I mean, it was good and it's on HBO.
Exactly.
Which we
Yeah.
always, if it's on
Yeah.
HBO, we usually give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
Unless
unless it was
it's
that
camping.
piece of shit show,
Oh,
Camping,
yeah,
with
yeah.
fucking Lena Dunham at the helm.
What is she doing? Did you guys watch Girls?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I liked it until
Yes,
like the
I
last
did.
few seasons.
I never watched it.
I never finished, actually. I didn't see the last
It got a bit
season.
insufferable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I loved that show, though.
It was pretty good.
It was good.
For a while.
All right.
Anyway. Do you think it'll win any Emmys?
Ooh. Maybe.
I
I think so.
I feel like the easiest Emmy for us to guess for is like some sort of visual Emmy because those shows are always kind of more obvious than
Yeah.
like Best Actor. Like, because we see the show and yes, obviously it looks great and the acting is great, but it's I don't know, I feel like it's tougher to judge something so much more small scale. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But I think
I
it
feel
could.
like I can't tell yet if anyone's going to win for acting.
Yeah.
It's like hard to tell.
Yeah.
Not saying like because the acting was all good, but like
Yeah.
I didn't see
Yeah,
anything
that's where it's
stand out
like,
yet.
I
you know?
would need to see comparisons for it. To,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how much everyone is in it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I think Lyra is clearly one of the main protagonists. Like,
Yeah.
is Azrael in it a lot or just like occasionally?
Yeah, I want to say not a lot.
Yeah,
it
that's
seemed
my
like not
guess.
a ton.
So we'll see.
Is this Miranda's chance to win an Emmy?
Is he going for the EGOT?
He might be.
I don't think I've ever seen him act in anything.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I can't. Yeah.
Oh, he was in Mary Poppins. I saw him in that.
Oh, okay.
Well, what does he have now? Just a Tony, probably, right?
Yeah.
You think he won a Tony for that piece of shit?
He didn't win.
I even. Yeah, I know. I've never seen.
And he
that.
no, he was in the movie Mary Poppins.
No. I know.
Oh, okay.
No, I was making fun of
Did he win?
Hamilton.
Did he win an Oscar for that?
No.
I would
Well,
hope
he's
not.
got that. He needs that too.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a chance. Didn't Brie Larson just get nominated for Captain Marvel?
No,
I think I just saw that. It might
For
have
an
been.
Oscar?
I think so.
no fucking
I
way.
could be wrong. I want to look it up now. I'll look
Why
it up
did you
after.
guys see it? Do you think?
Yeah.
Does that surprise you?
Well, yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it
for an
bad?
Oscar.
She was okay.
It wasn't bad. It's not Oscar worthy.
Okay.
I could be mistaken. It could have been like an Onion article or something.
Because I don't want.
I hope it was an Onion article.
Because I don't want to judge it just because I'm like, oh, superhero movie. Like
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
see it, so I don't want to
Because
judge
like
it.
I might watch the Oscars, I might not. I really don't care that much. So I saw it and I was like,
Yeah.
of course.
Because don't you have to submit to be nominated? Because I've read articles that the studios submitted Robert Downey Jr. for Best Actor for the Avengers movie. So I feel like I would have seen an article like, oh, they also submitted Brie Larson.
Oh, I could have sworn just like people just are submitted by. Like,
I don't know.
Because everybody who's involved in that movie wants her to win.
Right.
yeah, I don't really know how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's just complicated and
Who cares?
it's kind of
Fuck the
bullshit. Yeah, it's kind
Academy.
of
And
bullshit.
arbitrary.
anyways. So I could be wrong,
There's only
but I hope she wins.
three opinions that really matter. Mine and Siskel and Ebert's.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. So it's really just me.
One of them, right? Or both of them?
I think both of them at this point.
I thought you were going to say J. Mike and Rich
We might need
Evans.
to fact check that.
The only things that actually matter.
All right, everybody. If you have suggestions on other shows for us to watch, please email us at trialbypilot@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Trial by Pilot. And go on to Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, wherever you're listening to this. Subscribe to the show, rate the show, and tell your friends.
And thank you to the Beats for providing our theme music.
And I could have been mistaken. It might have just been for Room that she won for. I don't know.
Were you
that's
thinking
right.
of Room when you just said that fact that she was
I do confuse the two quite often.
Room and Captain Marvel.
And I was just looking it up. I couldn't see anything. So.
Did you guys ever see Room?
No.
Oh. Was it
Of
good?
course Casey saw it. Casey saw everything.
Oh, I
And
thought
we've
you
seen
were
nothing.
making a joke about me being a creep.
No,
that's
I
it.
don't know anything about it, but you see every movie and we see nothing.
I see good movies mostly. That's not true. I watch a lot of shit.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Watching